Yes, greetings family. Dr. David Roots here. Yeah, the Roots Chemist. Having a morning workout, and I decided I wanted to do a video lecture, quick one, on the benefits of wild terrain exercise. Okay, we all know that the gym industry, for people in the developed parts of the world who have access to that, it's probably a multi-million, if not multi-billion dollar industry. Okay, and of course going to the gym is better than doing nothing. However, there are some added benefits, some incredible benefits to doing your exercise, your physical activity out in the wild. A lot of it is intuitive. Many of us will probably know that and think in our head, yeah, that's obvious. But it's worth kind of expressing that because there's a multiplier effect of being out in nature and doing your exercise. Okay, this morning in particular is my cardio day, get the heart moving, and I just wanted to go for a run. Normally I just jog in the neighborhood and stuff like that, but I'm on holiday, so I had some extra time, so I decided to come out to the woods and do my jogging here. You can see it's raining. I have on my hood. It's not too bad because I'm underneath the trees, the canopy. And as you can see, 360 degrees around me, I have nothing but wood. Okay? Forest, trees, all around me. So we're going to talk about 3 benefits. I'm actually standing on a tree trunk. Yeah, so I'm up high. So we're going to talk about 3 benefits of wild terrain exercise. I decided to give it a fancy term, right? So it just means exercising in the outdoors. Preferably in wooded areas. Okay, so the first benefit, as you can see from the terrain, I'm going to switch the camera very quickly. See if I can switch the camera. No, it's locked, so it won't let me switch, so I'll just turn around. You can see from the terrain around me in the background, I don't know if you can see that, I have a large hill over there. I have pathways, I have trees, different little holes in the ground, different types of surfaces. You have wooded surface, you have soil surface, you have grass surface. Okay, the rain's coming down a bit more now. Jeez, just when I decided to video. But you have grass surfaces, you have soil surface. Now, that's the first point, the first advantage, is that when you're running in the gym or when you're running on a track, the surface is uniform. Okay? And what that does is, it puts more pressure on your limbs, more pressure on your joints, okay, because your feet actually hit the surface of the track flat, and that compresses your joints and your limbs, and it can create a lot of problems because that banging, that impact motion is going to put a lot of strain and stress on your joints. That's just the physics of it. When you're running in the wild areas, the surface is softer because you have grass, you have soil, okay, you have those sorts of textures on the surface. Not only that, the surface is not uniform. So what it does is it actually builds up this little small micro muscles and micro joints and micro ligaments and micro tendons that surround your different parts of your anatomy. Okay, so just running or walking even, because we're not talking about running. Just going to get down from here very quickly. See if I can find a bit more shelter. This is better, underneath a big tree. It's a big boy here. So, when you're walking or running on these sorts of uneven surfaces like that, you can see they have lots of texture. Stones and seed pods and all sorts of things. So your foot and your limbs and your joints are making little tiny adjustments all the time. And what that does, it helps to strengthen the muscles in different parts of your body that you wouldn't normally strengthen being on a track or in a gym. Okay? And also it has less impact on your joints. So that's the first benefit of being out and doing your exercise, your running, your walking, stretching, your yoga, or whatever else in the wild terrain area. Okay? The second point has to do with all of the kinfolk that you see around me. Now you're going to say, well, there's no one around you, but there is, okay? There's lots of trees, that are around me, lots of plants that are around me. All around me you have all of these plants and trees. And as we know, basic biology from primary school and secondary school, trees are constantly giving off oxygen. So these places are full of oxygen and full of other natural, a better balance of gases in the atmosphere. So as you're running and exercising through these areas, for me, when I do it, of course, I take deep breaths. Deep into the nose, out through the mouth. Not all the time. Most of the time when I'm running, I'm breathing through my nose, in and out through my nose. But oftentimes you just want to expel a lot of the gases that are in your lungs, and then you want to bring in fresh new gases. The benefits of being in a wild area like this is that you know this is an oxygen-rich area. The trees are constantly giving off lots of positive oxygen, which is going to make you feel better. It's going to oxygenate your body. It's going to add that oxygen to your blood even better than it would be if you were in a gym. Imagine a gym is closed up. You have lots of people in there who are taking all the oxygen. You also have, maybe you might have an air conditioner which is running on, which has got that stale processed air which is coming through. Okay, it's definitely not as healthy for you as being out in this environment. And just one time, obviously you might have not a major impact, but if you're doing this, you know, several times a week or several times a month or several times a year even, the cumulative impact on your respiratory system, which then impacts on your circulatory system, which then impacts on your brain and all the other parts of your body, is going to be huge. Okay, so that's the second benefit of wild terrain exercise. The first was the instability that it provides in terms of the terrain, which helps to build up all of those micro muscles and micro tendons, micro ligaments, parts of your ligaments and tendons, as well as number two, the oxygen-rich atmosphere. Okay, so the third part is, and I have on my headphones here, okay, underneath, and I was listening to a TED talk while I was doing running, but easily sometimes I'm listening to music, I might listen to something else, it doesn't matter. But the third part is the peace and the tranquility that you get in the forested or the wild terrains area. It doesn't have to be a forest. It could be a field. It could be somewhere like that, wherever you have around you, a park, okay? But obviously the results are magnified when you're in such a beautiful area like this. But the peace and tranquility is the third aspect, okay? So if I'm just quiet now, I'm sure you might be able to hear it on camera. You just hear the rain falling, yeah? You just hear the rain falling. If there's no rain, you're just going to hear the birds chirping, which will come out right after the rain stops. You're going to hear lots of birds. You don't hear anything at all. And what happens is that allows your ears, which are constantly moving. If you know the anatomy of your ears basically are the vibrating mediums. Okay, you have little bones that vibrate. You have a pool of fluid which is in the cochlea, and it vibrates, and it's constantly vibrating because we constantly have sounds around us. So the quieter you can get it, the more it allows the nerves and the parts of your brain that are connect with the ears to get to a state of relaxation. Okay, so having that peace and tranquility, as we know, whenever we don't feel well, we always have to go to a quiet area, don't we? If you don't feel well, if your child's not feeling well, you take them to somewhere quiet. If someone has anxiety, you take them to somewhere quiet. That's because silence and tranquility has a healing effect. So that's the same thing if you're exercising in nature, in the wild. You have that healing effect, okay? I said 3, but there is one last thing and that I will add to it. Because I could go on and on about the benefits of exercising in the wild. The fourth one that I will add very quickly is the color. The colors. I don't know if my camera's focusing in. Wow, there we go. That's better. On the green, the browns, the blues in the sky. It's a bit gray right now, but the blues in the sky. the different colors of the flower. And colors have a healing effect on us. Okay? This is documented. Go do your own research. Don't believe me. Go do your own research. Colors have a healing effect on us. The foods we eat are certain colors because they have a healing effect. We crave for certain foods. The clothes we wear have certain colors because they have a sort of a balancing, neutralizing effect on us. So when you're out in nature, you're surrounded by some of the most healing colors, which are the greens, which are reflecting off of the plants. The plants are absorbing all the other colors from the sun, from the light, and giving off that healing green color back to us. The soil, it's got that dark brown color. It's giving off that healing color to us. And what that does is it stimulates certain parts of our brain, okay, and helps us to feel better. So when you're exercising, you're not just exercising physically, you're also healing and strengthening your mental side of yourself as well. Okay? So those are 4 benefits that I wanted to share with the family. Dr. David Roots, the Roots Chemist, just providing you with more information to help with our health and our wellness. In this time of the internet, if we're not giving positive information to each other, then what are you really doing? Okay, let's use this technology to help each other, connect with each other, and heal each other. Give thanks. I'm off for some more exercise. Make sure you get out there and exercise yourself. Peace.